Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is a daily reading for Friday the 16th of October, the day of the weenie and undoable liftoff. We have a new moon in Libra, and we'll just see what comes out after that. Might want to buckle up. Not necessarily for this reading, but for the next few weeks. Okay. World in reverse. Hanged Man in reverse. Magician in reverse. Sorry. Emperor in reverse. And death. I did say. Okay. Flippin' heck. Well, look. The only card in the upright is the death card. So something's over. And okay, we've got the world in reverse. So this is big. This is not something happening on the micro. This is something happening on the macro. On its head. It happens quietly, and the Hanged Man in the reverse is telling me that something that has been waiting to drop from the tree drops from the tree. There's nothing shouty about the Hangman. There's nothing. I mean, by definition, the Hangman is a card of something being stationary, something being quiet, something being out of the flow. When it's in the reverse, it is again another representation of this idea of incremental force building, and then okay, because the the rope there holding him up. He's put himself up there, by the way, in the basic interpretation of the Hangman. But that rope, bit by bit by bit, that rope is fraying. And another tiny little bit, because a rope, you know, is made up of lots of threads. Some threads woven into a bigger thread, and then a bunch of those bigger threads woven into bigger threads, and then bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally it's all those bigger and bigger threads are woven into the rope that holds the Hangman in place. And one of them goes, and then one of them goes. You know, it's like those movies when the ropes, someone's suspended on a rope over the edge of a cliff, and like bit by bit by bit, and then finally the last one goes. Hopefully our hero gets hauled back up, or heroine gets hauled back up by our hero or heroine before plunging to their death. Anyway, so it's quiet. It's a quiet change. It's a change that I can't remember. That it's not irredeemable. What is the word? Irreversible. And it involves shenanigans, and it involves rogue authority. And it's over. Basta così. Okay. Hermit in the reverse. If they were all in the reverse, believe me, I would cancel this film and start again. Because there's just no point when they're all in the reverse. They might as well all be in the upright. But the fact that the only card out of the pack so far is the death card in the upright. Okay, we've got Hermit in the reverse. I am sorry about the light. I'm trying to get that sorted out. Hermit in the reverse. So the private becoming public. The wise seer being exposed in this case as a madman, or being seen then as a madman. The shifting of perception on the public front, on the global front, of what was seen as sort of powerful and contained, then kind of spilling out, and you're looking at this person who but it'd be like a teacher, say, or a boss, say, who's or someone, some sort of sage, who then starts saying things, and you think, oh my God, he's mad, or she's mad. And I mean, the Magician in the reverse is for me a card of shenanigans, of sleight of hand, dodgy magic, conjuring, rather than kind of doing and manifesting. But I think that there's also, for me, in this reading, there's an element here of an inability to stop this, an inability to cover it up. It's like when a magic trick goes wrong and suddenly everybody can see what's going on behind the curtain. Oh, flipping heck. Strength in the reverse. An inability to master the inner toddler, the inner crazed ego. Empress in the reverse. Oh, flipping heck, man. It's gonna feel like everything's on its head. We've now got the Emperor and the Empress in the reverse, so it's going to feel like the kind of the father and the mother of the world have gone mad or left their thrones. Okay, we had this yesterday. Temperance. I was pulling until I got another upright card. Temperance. This will all come out in the wash. This period of oh my godness isn't going to last long. Again, this change is quick, it's quiet, it might not even be noticed by the world, and that could also be an interpretation of the world in reverse here. Might not be noticed. When the Hermit in reverse comes out of his cave and starts gabbling, there might not be a whole heap of people around to see it. When the king and queen of the world leave their thrones and leave their palace, they might do that very quietly. They might be taken. And death here doesn't make a big song and dance about this sweeping away. It's quiet, it's inexorable, it's inevitable sooner or later, and it's here. It's quiet, it's quick, it's unequivocal, it's irrevocable, and it won't take long. And the reason I say it won't take long, it's not a long, drawn out, noisy, like disaster movie. All right, it's quiet, and the reason I say it's quiet is because temperance here is so very very quiet, and the reason it's quick is because the movement of that water of life from one vessel to the other as she stands and pours from one to the other in an infinite, eternal flow. It never stops. There's no point of rest in this. It's just moving from one side to the other. So it's not like a big kind of like judder. It's not that. This is all part of what should be happening. This is really that there's a kind of a natural justice in this. I know this isn't the justice card, but it's not a million miles away. We've got a winged female entity with two balancing receptacles. This is natural. This is natural. So, really, acceptance and observation might be helpful as a kind of a way to engage with this energy. There's no need to try to change anything, and there is so much reverse power on the table here that there's really no point. That it's so fundamental that if you try to say what it is, you will only get a little bit of it. So there's no prediction here about who or what or when or anything. It's more to do with the nature of it. It's quiet, it's natural, it's global, it's fundamental, and it's irrevocable. And it's natural. It's fine. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.